First Open Vikings OTA reveals clear leader in the quarterback competition. This isn't no surprise. Is it? Is it a surprise? Is it a surprise? Because the NFL is predicated on what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? That's what the NFL wants to know. And it's all the Minnesota Vikings' fault. This is the Vikings' fault putting their team in this predicament because they stupidly traded away a proven franchise quarterback for a proven franchise quarterback that just won a Super Bowl for a player in the draft that the Vikings scouting department thought could replace Sam Darnold. How stupid could you be? Obviously, that coaching staff, the general manager, the people responsible for making those decisions, or that decision, is no longer there. And they don't deserve to be there. They thought that was a good idea. Whew. Man, J.J. McCarthy, he had a chance, man, to save jobs and convince the organization that he was their man. But he failed. He couldn't seize the moment. And now J.J. McCarthy, he understands. Kyler Murray was signed to basically take his job or take the job away from him. The job that was once given to J.J. McCarthy. Now J.J. McCarthy feels the pressure of what it's actually like competing for QB1 without it being handed to him.
JJ to this point?
It's been great. It's been great. Obviously, I know he's a younger guy, so any way I can help him. Obviously, I feel like I've played 7 years now, going on 8. So I'm considered a veteran, even though I don't see myself as that. Give him any knowledge that he needs. Again, we're both competitors, and I know we both want what's best for the team.
Has he been receptive to hearing criticism?
Of course. Yeah, he's overly acceptive, and he's always communicating, asking questions, stuff like that. So it's been good.
JJ, what's your relationship been like with Kyler so far?
Check him out. What's your relationship been like with Kyler so far? Let's rewind a little bit.
So it's been good.
JJ, what's your relationship been like with Kyler so far?
It's just like two guys in a classroom. He sits on one side, I sit on the other side, and it's the coach's responsibility to teach us and coach us. So,
is there any awkwardness like between you two?
Awkwardness, it's just like the same feeling, when you're in high school and there's another person on the other side of the room. That's just kind of how it is. So I wouldn't say there's any awkwardness.
No awkwardness. It was some awkward energy. You could tell, man, J.J. McCarthy, he feel that pressure, boy. He's intense, and he's like, man, I'm ready to go. He's like, he sits on one side, I sit on the other side. Some awkward energy. There's no love. There's no love being shared right now, right there at that moment, And that's a part of competition and competing in football, sports, period, But deep down inside, J.J. McCarthy realized that job isn't going to be his anymore. He understands that. But the competitor in him is creating a weird environment. That's how it goes sometimes. I mean, like I told y'all before, if y'all been rocking with me, when I was in competition my sophomore year in college at the University of Central Florida with a senior, man, we almost got a penalty because we was on the field at the same time. And it was 3 cornerbacks, and it was only supposed to be 2. So it was 12 players on field, and we're fighting who's supposed to be on the field. I was telling him, Coach told me to come in and be in the game. And he didn't want to leave. Obviously because it was his senior year, and he's trying to get to the league. That's just the competitiveness in us, That's how it goes. Shout out to the chat, man. I see y'all out there, man. I see y'all out there in the chat. Salute to the chat. But in this situation, Kyler Murray isn't worried. He is unbothered either way it goes. His money is in the bank, coming from Arizona, from the guarantees in the old deal. There's no pressure on Kyler Murray. He's out there enjoying and loving the game of football. I mean, if we thinking that's competition against J.J. McCarthy, I mean, so be it, whatever. Yeah, I guess the team has to create this dynamic that there is competition because Nobody's happy with J.J. McCarthy. And we screwed up with Sam Darnold. That's going to be a stigma on this team until something changes and they get some W and start winning. But the player who is suffering the most from this quarterback dilemma is the great Justin Jefferson, man. Justin Jefferson, he's suffering. You know, and he's too great of a receiver not to have a quarterback that he can build chemistry with for most of his career. Justin Jefferson, first 3 years was smoking hot with Kirk Cousins. He made a name for himself. Everybody touted him as the best player, best wide receiver, arguably ever. Even Randy Moss gave him a shout out. Then Kirk Cousins left because the Vikings didn't see the value of giving him any guaranteed monies past one season. It's just the same as kind of like, kind of the same scenario with Sam Darnold. Seems like the Vikings didn't want to sign him past a 1 or 2 year in guarantees and ultimately let him walk. And the Vikings they continue to kill their chances of any success because they don't believe in any quarterback that isn't drafted by their team. Hopefully that changes, man, with this new staff. And if Kyler Murray goes out there in a new system and shows that the system was most of the problem in Arizona, and he comes to the Vikings and put on, please don't make the same mistake and let him walk the same way they did Sam Darnold. But I don't see Kyler Murray as the answer for the Vikings in the quarterback room, but he can move the ball down the field a lot better than J.J. McCarthy. Murray is another quarterback in the non-consistent quarterback category play. That's where I rate, or how I rate Kyler Murray. He will win his job. He have another chance to show that he was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick, and he was worthy of being that number 1 pick. And maybe things can change in this different offense, and that maybe they utilize the run game more and take the pressure off of Kyler Murray. We just have to wait and see. He's a great athlete. You just can't be running around left and right and thinking that's okay. Got to get the ball down the field to your playmakers. Justin Jefferson is going to want that ball. He needs to get back to 1,500 yards receiving plus 1,600 yards receiving to 1,700 yards receiving. That's what we want to see from our boy, Justin Jefferson, man. So, yeah, man, salute to Kyler Murray. J.J. McCarthy, man, he had his opportunity. They was trying to force him as the franchise quarterback, and it didn't work out, man.